Plato is one of the most important figures of the ancient Greek and the entire history of Western thought. He was a student of Socrates and later taught Aristotle. He founded the Academy, an academic program which many consider to be the first Western university. Plato wrote many philosophical texts and also explained the ideas and techniques of his teacher Socrates. Plato wrote predominantly in the style of dialogues. The characters in his writings debate a particular subject and examine it from multiple perspectives. Plato's work is organized into three different eras: early, middle, and late. Early era. Plato's earlier works tend to focus on lessons directly inherited from his teacher. In fact, Socrates is usually the main character and the subjects usually center on Socrates' lessons. Middle era. The next era is referred to as Plato's middle period. During this era, the character of Socrates still remains as a fictional vehicle through which to argue philosophical concepts, but he starts to recede into the background. Plato's most famous works were written during this time, including the Republic, the Symposium, and Phaedo. He uses these dialogues to explore philosophical concepts such as government, love, and the soul. Late era. In Plato's later years, Socrates receded once again into the background and became a very minor character in these writings, in creative works such as Parmenides and Theaetetus. Let's talk about Plato's ethics. Plato's ethic could be best described as the virtue ethics, a philosophical school of thought that is most often associated with Plato's student Aristotle. What virtue ethics states is that the reasoning of what is moral is determined by the person rather than by rules or consequences. Plato believed that reality is an imperfect reflection of a perfect ideal called the forms or ideas. He demonstrates the effect of this dual reality and the need for education. Like the dualism of reality, Plato also believed that humans are of a dual nature, body and mind. Plato argued powerfully in favor of the objectivity of values such as truth, good, and beauty. Objective values are those that lie outside of the individual and are not dependent upon his or her perception or belief. Political philosophy. Plato believes that conflicting interests of different parts of society can be harmonized. The best, rational, and righteous political order which he possesses leads to a harmonious unity of society and allows each of its parts to flourish, but not at the expense of others. Plato's political philosophy has been the subject of criticism as well. In Plato's Republic, Socrates is highly critical of democracy and proposes of aristocracy ruled by philosopher kings. Plato's political philosophy has thus often been considered totalitarian by some. Plato divides his just society into three classes: the producers, the auxiliaries, and the guardians. The producing class is the largest class of the society, including all professions other than warriors and rulers. In a just society, the producers have no share in ruling, but merely obey what the rulers want. They focus exclusively on producing whatever is that they are best suited to produce. The auxiliaries are the warriors, responsible for defending the city from invaders and for keeping the peace at home and society. They must enforce the convictions of the guardians and ensure that the producers obey. The guardians are responsible for ruling the city. They are chosen from among the ranks of the auxiliaries and are also known as philosopher kings. Plato's writings explored justice, beauty, and equality, and also contained discussions in aesthetics, political philosophy, theology, cosmology, and the philosophy of language. Plato said that knowledge gained through the sense is no more than opinion, and that in order to have real knowledge, we must gain it through philosophical reasoning. Thank you for watching.